All right, we've got head coach Jerry Gill. We'll let Coach Gill make an opening statement, and then we'll open the floor to questions.
Oh, I think the easiest thing instead of me making a big statement and all that, I'll just take questions. So whatever questions you have, anybody has, I'll get them answered for you.
Yeah, coach. I mean, obviously going into this game, you knew it was going to be a tough one, and the scoreline definitely shows that, as well as kind of what happened out there. But what did you see out there that you liked out of your team?
Well, we continue not to quit, and very easily could have. And we played a lot of kids, and Keyshawn Elliott. I can name several freshmen, but he really stood out. And he was a very positive. I mean, he's a player, and we've got some young kids that got a chance to play quite a bit. And then our older kids, they're fighting it to stay in it, which I understand that because they've been through so much, previous. But I think that number one, I've been in the Big Ten, and you don't mess with Wisconsin, you don't mess with Minnesota, you don't mess with anybody in the Big Ten. I mean, they're physical football teams, and they're well coached, and no different than Wisconsin. And they physically, just took it to us. And then you just can't. Right now, we're playing football that's not Jerry Kill type football. I think anybody knows me tell you that is that, the turnovers, the penalties, the tip balls. I mean, you can just go on and on in this game. In the first half, it was just not very good. And we didn't play very good. And you can't go 1, 2, 3 and out. And you put all that pressure on the defense, and then the defense gets tired, and, it's just, can't get a field goal. I mean, we're just fighting fighting ourselves right now. But, good thing is we got 8 games left. We played the teams, UTEP being one, and Nevada being one, where we had chances to win those games. And, we physically, when we played the 2 Big Ten teams, just got beat up physically. And their quarterback really played well. I was impressed with him. But that's kind of where we're at. We still got a lot of football to play, and we got 8 games left. And so it's really kind of early yet, but we need to get it figured out the best we can with the people we got. And it's just part of turning around a program. It's not the first time I've been through this.
Before I ask the next question, any chance you can tilt down the camera, John or Jerry? Sorry to ask you.
I'm not the one that's running this thing.
I know. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Coach Kill, you talked about the fact that you guys aren't playing Coach Kill type of football. Is that because of the quality of the opposition, or just you guys aren't quite clicking yet?
Well, I think both. I think the people that we're playing, we played 4 bowl teams in a row, and we were picked one of the worst teams in the country. So when you're not very good and you're playing 4 bowl teams, that doesn't all add up. And but so it's hard to tell, where you're at right now. But I think it's I've been through it before. Like I said, I remember getting beat by 58-0 when I was at Minnesota. My first year, I think it was at Michigan, or maybe third. I don't know when it was. And then the next time we played them, we beat them. So, I mean, in 2 years. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you just go through this stuff, when you go to a program that's, at the bottom of college football. And, but I know a lot of people here at Wisconsin. I know a lot of people, and, I'm very confident that we'll get it done. It's just that we got to learn how to do things the proper way. And sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff before you see the tunnel at the, at the end of the light, or light at the end of the tunnel.
Coach, is it a discipline thing on the offensive side of the ball, or is just, a lot of these things, it seems like, are control things that you can control, that you mentioned, turnovers, tip balls, penalties and stuff like that? Is it discipline or is it just younger players?
I'd say a lot, it's both, you know, and you're talking about playing a lot of young players, and you know, and so forth, and then just not really getting anything going is a part of that too. But you know, I think it's just a combination of taking over a new program, to be honest with you. And we got to have some players grow up, and then we've got to, you know, we got to hit the, you know, we're recruiting right now. So, I mean, you know, so sooner or later you run out of some kids due to injuries and things of that nature. But as long as they give me effort and play hard, I can't say anything right now. They're doing that. You know, they're just, we just right now can't get out of a rut. And it's like digging yourself out of a hole, and you about to get out of a hole and you go right back down. And so those are excuses. We got to do a better job. I got to do a better job coaching. There's no evidence about that. When you mention discipline, that's a strong word with me, you know, because I coach discipline football, but that hasn't been happening. So I take all the blame for that.
Do you think that the next 4 games will give you a better indication of, you know, what your strengths on offense will be?
It's, you know, we just got done playing a game here about 10, 15 minutes ago. So that's a hard question for me to answer right now. We've been concentrating on Wisconsin and you know, why it won't be as physical as Wisconsin, but I don't know enough about it why to make all those comments right now.
Jason and Rachel, do you guys have anything else for Coach Gill?
I'm good. Thanks so much for your time, Coach, and have a safe trip back.
You bet.
Thanks, Coach Gill.
You bet.
Obviously, you know, you're familiar with Wisconsin, you know this environment. In preparing for them, were there some things you thought you might be able to do against them?
I think we were all pretty nervous. You know, I mean, I know this place very well, and people are great people. I got to meet the same type of people that were when I was in Minnesota. A lot of them still here, and you know, it's a great venue for college football, and you know, you got a great coach. You know, but I remember something. You know, Barry Alvarez stopped me when I was in Minnesota the first year. We got beat and got out of his car, and I was on the bus, getting ready to get on the bus. He called me over there and he said, "You're on the right track." And you know, I think about Barry Alvarez for this reason. I don't think Wisconsin was like this at the very beginning, and he stayed the course and, you know, did what he was right. And he changed a lot of people's mentality, and you all know the story better than I do, but you know, Barry started, Joel Maturi was over here, the guy that hired me, and things were pretty rough over here. And now they've built a gold mine.